Hi everybody, Coach Shannon here, and this is my son Wesley, and my partner in crime who's going to be joining us today. Say hi. Hi. So I'm very excited to make this video today because I didn't think I would be able to until Monday based on the FedEx tracking information. Then the truck pulled up today and I was really excited. This just came in from Beachbody. It is my ultimate portion control fix. I am doing the Master Coach Certification Program for the Ultimate Portion Fix. And so I already have the Beachbody On Demand subscription and the Shakeology. So I needed to wait for the actual pieces so I could start implementing the home program myself to kind of do simultaneously while I'm doing. Yes.
What's the Shakeology taste?
The one I usually have is the chocolate vegan. That's a really good question. It's pretty good. It tastes like chocolate. I also have a bag of regular chocolate that a friend at work gave me. She actually saw me with my Shakeology container at work one day, and a couple days later, she's like, hey, I've been meaning to grab you. I have this package of Shakeology that I don't want because I don't like the chocolate. Do you want it? And so I got an extra Shakeology, which was awesome. We'll actually can do a separate unboxing video after this because this month I changed my prescription to the 3-pack just to try some different flavors. So we can do that in a minute. But yeah, so these are all the pieces for the Ultimate Portion Fix. So these are what a customer would get at home or a challenger who joins my challenge group. I've been watching the at-home videos simultaneously with the coaching videos per the program. So that way I'm seeing all the information that people are getting kind of along with the information about how to coach them. And I'll keep you guys up to date on my coaching certification.
I have a question.
Yes, Wes.
What's inside it?
That is an excellent question. Let's find out. I've got a pair of scissors already. So why don't you try to cut the side there and I'll try to cut my side. And please try not to cut your fingers off or this will be an ER trip video. You want me to give it a try? Mine look like they're a little sharper. He's committed to unboxing. So modern kids, right? They're watching all these unboxings. They want to do it too. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's leave that. That's good. Well, I'm going to do the tops in case there's anything that could get ripped inside. So I can do it really gentle. Okay. Okay. That's good. I'm going to turn it now. Can you put that pair of scissors back? That's super helpful. Thank you. Ooh, no, I already did that side. Goofball. What side did you think I meant when I said you do that side, I do this side? It's not a triangle. All right. So I'm going to hold up each piece as I pull it out, and I'll explain to you and everyone else what it is, okay? All right. Ooh, so it looks like it's got kind of a fancy. I'll just kind of try to turn it up. So when you pull it up, it's got like a little intro card kind of right on top, which is nice, especially if maybe you don't remember exactly what you ordered or what I was going to come with it. I'm getting it out. Okay. This is kind of cool. I'll kind of set this over here. All right. So I'm going to show you there's a couple different things that this comes with. So the first thing it comes with is the Ultimate Portion Fix logbook. So what I understand, and obviously it's in plastic. It's my very first time interacting with it. But from looking at the home videos for the program, this is where you're going to keep track of everything you need to know to not just track your results and figure out what to do. Yeah. You know what? That is a good question. We'll do that one next. So we'll open the logbook in a minute, but this is where you're basically going to keep track of what you're doing, and where I will keep track of what I'm doing.
I'll put them over here.
Sure. Why don't you set that down? Because as a coach, it's important that I do the program too, because at the very least, I want to be able to speak from experience and not just from, watching videos and doing tests and stuff. So these are the Ultimate Portion Fix bowls, and these ones I will take the plastic off of. Just because they're very well nested in each other. Great for packing, hard to see. All right, buddy. So, Mommy told you she's working on a certification for training. This is the Ultimate Portion Fix, and these are the containers that go with them. So each colored container is a different type of food. So as you open them, we'll put the lids back on them so we can see them all, okay? So we'll open them all first, spread them out, and then we'll be able to show you guys what all we have. So we'll make a big pile here, and then we'll line them up in front of us, okay? And I'll actually move my logbook here.
Let's make a rainbow.
You want to make a rainbow? How about that will be your job? I'll move the other box, and I'll have you organize them in front of me. See where we can see the box, like right here. That'll go where we line up the rainbow so everyone else can see it. There's actually one more little one hidden in here. Okay. So for those of you who have ever done the 21-day fix program that Autumn came out with about 5 years ago, which is about how long the boxes have been around, you'll probably recognize these, or some of you may have seen other people use them. Why don't you scoot them a little bit more over here, right here in front of me. That's where the camera will see them. So we'll do one here. Okay. Got two little orange. our yellow, our green, our blue, and our purple. And Wesley, in case you can't tell, is excellent at making rainbows. Art is his #1 class at school, right? So you want me to tell you about these containers? So these are the ultimate portion fix containers. How? Okay, really quick art interlude. Get 30 seconds, go.
I do art, like, sometimes, but not every day. Yesterday I did really good.
You did. Maybe later we'll go take a picture of that awesome rainbow painting, and we can include it in here so they can see that I'm not just showing off because I'm your mommy.
Good thing.
You did. We'll add that in so people know that I'm telling the truth.
That was really good.
It was really good. So do you want to know what these all are for? So you'll notice not only that they're different colors, but the different colors are different sizes. And that's because Ultimate Portion Fix, when you really listen to the words and not just the whole, the main basis of Autumn's program was portion control.
What is this one for?
Red is for protein. So if you eat meats, you know, red might kind of signal in your brain like, oh, red meat. But it really covers a variety of different proteins. And obviously, there's more detailed information in the program. If someone decides to work with me as your coach, I'll be able to give that information. These two little orange ones. Now, there's two little orange ones because you can use throughout the day. I will. Can I use them while I'm talking about it? Boop, 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 boop. Now, these are where you're going to have things like your dressings and your nut butters. So this is something like I know I'll use for like, no, it lies. This is dressings and seeds. Nut butters is in the teaspoon, which they don't include. But there is also a teaspoon that does things like nut butters and oils. This yellow one represents your carbohydrates, which include not just like what you think of as traditional starches, bread or things like that, but a variety of different other vegetables and grains that represent your healthy carbs. I'm going to do that, baby. Here. Well, we'll see how this goes. This is an experiment doing a video with a 5-year-old. Green, kind of obvious. What kind of food do you think green is? What kind of food group do you think would be green?
Salad.
Salad, yeah. So green is your vegetables, which includes things like salads.
Then put these.
Yes. Blue.
Here, that one.
Okay. Well, we'll start with blue. Blue are your healthy fats. And this will be kind of in more detail in the program, but most of like your cheeses are going to end up here. Some will be in protein, but that's kind of more details for down the road. Things like avocado. You love avocado, right? So this blue represents stuff like that. Good. Yeah, that's how much he loves avocado, and that wasn't an exaggeration for the camera. So let's see. We talked about, oh, you want down here? So we talked about meat and carbs and vegetables and seeds and nuts and cheese. What kind of food did we not talk about yet that you think purple could mean?
Apples.
This kid is on fire. Apples and other fruits. The purple container are all of your different fruits. So these are going to be the way that you measure the amount of each thing you have as a serving, which is sort of the basics of portion control, right? Is a realization that even when we're eating healthy foods, particularly in America nowadays, our sense of portion size is completely insane. Like a great example is a bagel. So you know what a bagel is, right? A traditional bagel like that we think of, you know, when you go to like a bagel store in town or something, it's like this big, it's really thick. The hole in the middle kind of seems to get smaller. That's gigantic. If you look at like the FDA or no, not the FDA, whoever sets the food pyramid, brain is gone right now. It's a Saturday. Like an actual bagel serving size is like the size of my coaster. Like it's really not that big. But our sense of serving is so off right now that having just the ability to moderate how much of something we should have at a time is really sort of the crux of this, because most of us don't realize how much we eat. Ooh, do you want to take that plastic? That's fun. Yeah. All right. So the rest of our portion 6 here is what's actually going to help us. So we have our daily logbook. We also have the workbook. And these are two different sorts of things going on here. So I'll kind of open those up while we're talking here. I think my scissors fell on the ground. Whoop, here they are. All right. And then finally, the third item that I will show you guys here, once I get these two open, is our cookbook. Now, this is the volume 2 of the Fix8 cookbook, and Autumn Calabrese, whose name I probably butchered, but I'm terrible at saying last names for some reason. Her brother is actually a chef, which I think is probably like an awesome sibling partnership, which she's, you know, a fitness trainer. She's working on these nutrition programs, and she was competitive in fitness. So it's kind of awesome that she has a chef brother, because that's probably helped her keep from getting too bored over the years, and probably kind of why she's been able to. So it comes in the Fix It 2 cookbook. There's another one. There's also the Beachbody blog and a master series starting April 1st that pairs with the program. So there are just like over 300 recipes that I think are just available already, and I'm sure it's going to keep growing. The Ultimate Portion Fix is sort of the culmination of 5 years of using the portion containers, which originally came out with 21 Day Fix for anyone who might have done that. But this is focusing on just the portion control and everything that's been learned about it in the past 5 years. Awesome. As a fitness specific program, so it doesn't have to be tied, or I'm sorry, a nutrition specific. It doesn't have to be tied to the fitness per se. And that's something else I'll kind of talk about moving forward in other videos. But one of the big things I've learned from doing the certification.
Can do a cooking video?
We can do a cooking video. We'll have to think of something fun. Is that doing any sort of nutrition program? We'll see. Doing any sort of nutrition program, there's a lot of work you have to do beforehand, not just prepping, finding recipes, shopping, doing meal prep, stuff like that. But a lot of emotional work, because starting a fitness program is one thing, but not even just our weight, but our health and our wellness really kind of starts and ends with food. So there are people who can get a healthy weight and maintain it without really exercising. And obviously metabolism plays a part, but a lot of it is knowing how to moderate what goes in and out of your body. And it is not as simple as calories in, calories out. So we have the smaller book here. This is our daily log book that came out earlier. So this is where you're going to kind of keep track of things like your habits. You're focusing on each things like how your sleep was, how much of each type of food you had. There's opportunities to ask things like, what are you celebrating? What can you improve on? So this is giving you an opportunity each day to not just track what you did, but then to think about it, So the idea of this book.
Is this what you're going to do in here?
Yogurt? Yogurt would be an example of a dairy. So probably go in protein. Can I finish, dude? While you eat your snack? Thank you. So so this is a place for you to not just track, this is what I did or what I had, but to reflect on it. So you can think sort of without judgment, without guilt. What does it look like? Well, here, I'll let you look through. So it gives you opportunities to talk about like your goals, what your current activities are like, what things you are going to focus on changing. So you can ask things of yourself like, what emotions did you feel when you were eating or after eating? Because a lot of food stuff is tied to emotion. And that's not just something that's specific to someone really overweight. You need that cut off? Okay. And then just rating things like your energy, your mood, your digestion, really getting an opportunity to reflect on the emotional part of your relationship with food, but also the physical aspects. Like maybe as you start transitioning to cleaner, more whole food eating, you realize that certain foods irritate you. I've definitely noticed that dairy is one that I just can't do a lot of. As much as I love it, it breaks my heart, but it just doesn't make me feel very good. And so your workbuk here is a little bit different. It kind of gives you some basic information. Oh no, my rainbow power. All right. You go throw this away. Okay, you go throw the top away. So this is where you're going to really kind of do some of the work that helps you pick things out. So it actually goes over all the content that's also in the videos that accompanies this program. This is going to be like a quick handy reference. The videos themselves are really going to go into the detail. Autumn herself is in charge of each one. She's explaining not just what to do, but kind of the hows and whys, how they figured it out, why they do it this way, things that maybe have changed since the portion control containers really came out the first time 5 years ago. It also is going to give you different sort of activities that you can do along. So you'll follow the modules of the videos with this book. It gives you all the information you need for how to figure out your calorie intake based on your activity level, how to navigate the grocery store. There's places inside where it'll give you to take notes alongside of the different lessons. So, Wes, what's the rule? What's the rule? Thank you. So while you're watching the videos, you can kind of take notes in. You can add extra notes, reflections, ideas, things like that. So these two kind of in tandem are what are going to help you do the work. They're not just going to give you information, but they're going to give you guidance. Informational guidance and emotional guidance. So that's pretty cool. So this is everything that comes with the standard kit that you can see out of the box. When you get the program, you also obviously get all the videos, which are in modules that correlate to the table of contents in your big workbook. So you'll be able to follow along. Things like the subscription to Beachbody On Demand or the Shakeology subscription can be added in different bundles. But ultimately, I just got the main fix package because I've already got those separately. And deciding what kind of bundle and what pieces you want together is something you would work with your coach with directly. But yeah, so in the meanwhile, I wanted you guys to see this is the Ultimate Portion Fix main package. We'll kind of talk more about that in the coming weeks. I hope you guys enjoyed and are as excited as I am for this new program. All right, see you next time. What do we say?
Bye, everybody.
Bye.